Hey everyone, welcome back to Break Take Stacking. In today's video I'm going to be talking about junk silver. I'll be going over some pros and cons and comparing it to other things. But before I get into that, the first thing I want to show you to why I really like stacking junk is just being able to hold it and play with it in your hands. You know, this is circulated money. This is well worn. And you know, I love just being able to play around with it and hold it and feel it. I know a lot of people wear gloves and they don't want to muck up their bullion pieces and things like that. But if you were to pick up junk, then you can kind of indulge a little bit in the gloveless experience and you know, just have the feeling in your hand because it feels great. So having it in your hand and having that feel to it doesn't, you know, add to the significance of it, doesn't add to the value. In fact, it actively takes away from the value. You know what I mean? With these well-worn circulated coins, you can see that one there from 1917. The more that it's handled, the more that it's in pockets, the more that it's just, you know, in circulation, you start to actually lose some of the coin. It just rubs away. It just wears off, you know. So the more you have it in your hands, the more you play with it, the more potential silver you'll be losing from these coins. So I mean, it's not, you know, you're never going to see a coin that's down to like a nub. You know what I mean? You're not going to wear it down that much. And it's, you know, these, as I said, they're circulated coins. They're meant to be held and, you know, felt. So don't worry that you're overhandling your junk and you're going to, you know, lose a small fortune from the silver that wears off. That's not something that's going to happen. But yeah, it definitely does show some wear over time. But that's to be expected with these circulated coins. But yeah, that was just kind of a bonus thing there that I like talking about with junk silver because I just love having it in my hands and hearing that clink, and just love hearing it just going back into the tube. Oh, that's a nice sound. But yeah, just going into junk silver, it's something that I know a lot of people pick up, but a lot of people pick it up for different reasons. For me, I do enjoy picking it up because it is cheaper. A lot of the premiums on the junk silver are going to be lower than the bullion products, and especially on eBay. I really like buying on eBay, in particular these Canadian silver dollars. I like to pick these up. These seem to be the best deal that they have on eBay. And the beauty thing is with junk silver, where it's, you know, 90% or lower, or, you know, 92 if it's sterling, 92 and a half if it's sterling. But you know, if it's just not the bullion product, if it's not the 4.9s, 3.9s, then you can earn eBay bucks on it. You can't earn eBay bucks on that 3.9s, 4.9 stuff, but you can earn eBay bucks on the junk silver. So this is an 80% Canadian silver dollar. Yes, all of the silver dollars that I've picked up have been from eBay. I do have a bunch of Canadian silver dollars. Some of them I've picked up off of Silver Gold Bull. Some of them I picked up of eBay. One I actually picked up just in person with seeing an ad on Kijiji actually. And a couple more I actually just picked up from a local coin shop. I picked up like 5 or 6, I think it was. But yeah, this is a very good deal on eBay, these Canadian silver dollars. And like I said, you earn the eBay bucks, and at the end, if you don't know what they are, it's just kind of, you get a little certain percentage back, and it accumulates over 3 months. And then after the 3 months, you get a certificate that you have a month to spend. So it's a little bit of a kickback. And not only can you continue buying junk silver with the eBay bucks that you earn, you can also buy the bullion products. So just because you can't earn those eBay bucks on the bullion products, you can redeem the eBay bucks on bullion products. So that's a plus as well. I've put those towards some coins that I wanted to get. My first Kookaburra, one of those Aztec rounds, I used my the eBay bucks to chop a big chunk of the price off of that coin, or those coins, I should say. So you can't beat price. So the premiums compared to the bullion stuff, it's going to be cheaper. And another reason why people like to do it is they want more of a fractional size that they can use in case a bartering system comes back into popular use, or, you know, those SHTF situations. You're not just going to want to be rolling around with you know, kilo bars. You know, you'll be able to buy stuff with it, but, you know, you're not going to be wanting to chop up and chunk off that kilo bar every time you need to pick up, you know, a grocery order. Or you know, with the groceries, you can go maybe pick up, you know, with some American Silver Eagles. You can, you know, full full grocery order for a full family. You know, you're looking maybe a couple $100. So yeah, you can definitely use those 1 ounce bullions and, you know, parcel out however much to pay for it. But if you're just running to a corner store and you need to pick up like some milk and some bread to get you through the next couple of days, you're not going to want to be wasting a silver dollar and having to pick up whatever you can grab to get the full value of that silver, because he's not going to be able to make change for it. And he's like, oh, thanks for this. I'm obviously not getting this for the dollar amount. I'm getting it for the silver content, but I don't really have anything to give you in change. So unfortunately, you're stuck with the amount of silver and the denominations that you're stuck with. So you might want to be keeping those 10 ounce, those kilo bars just for weight. And if you had an emergency that was, you know, thousands of dollars and unfortunately didn't have cash on reserve, then, you know, you'd be able to do something with those bigger denominations, those bigger sizes of silver bars and coins. But a lot of the things for like simple bartering, this is a great way, and a lot of people consider this fractional silver. And of course, we know with premiums, the lower that you go, the higher the premiums are. You see it in gold all the time because you do see more fractional sizes in gold than you do with silver. Usually the 1 ounce is the lowest. I know there are fractional bullions like the quarter and we all know the fractional sizes, but for the most part you usually just see the 1 ounce in silver. That's your starting point. With gold, you always see the 1 ounce. That's at the higher end. You can get down to the half ounce, quarter, tenth, then you can get grams, 2.5 grams, 1 gram. So there's more fractional down there, and when you add that on, the premiums get higher. It's no different with silver premiums if you're looking at the bullion products. If you were to pick up a half ounce, polar bear or the saltwater crocodiles, which I really like, if you were to pick up a half ounce, one of those coins, then the premium on that would be more than if you were to pick up a 1 ounce bullion product. But it's not the same with junk. It is going smaller, and you can consider this fractional silver, but the premiums don't act like other fractional pieces of metal. Like I said, the fractional and the smaller usually has that bigger premium, but as far as junk goes, because it's not the same composition as those bullion coins, obviously it's 90% or lower, but even factoring all those things in with silver content and percentages, you still will be paying a lower price in consideration to spot. And yeah, with junk, I keep saying, you know, there's different sizes and different compositions. I just have a little bit out here where you can see. I'll just show off another dollar again. This is a Canadian dollar, and this one is 80%, and this one's from 1939 with King George VI. So the regular look of this coin is actually this Voyager. It's called the Voyager. It's these two guys in the canoe there. That's what the majority of the silver dollars look like, is this design. But you can see they have the goose from 67, the totem from 58, this awesome Newfoundland coin from 49. That one's a Charlottetown, Quebec commemorative coin from 64. This one's from 1939 down there. And then this one is all the other years, that Voyager. From 35 to 67, they used this, excluding these years. And this one happens to be a 1966. That's in relatively good condition. But then you go down to the half dollar size. I only have American half dollars out here. I do have some Canadian as well. But when you're looking at these half dollars, this is a 90% coin. This is a Kennedy. Only 1964 Kennedys were 90%. And I will get into these 65s and above in a second, but I just want to show off, you know, there's a nice looking coin, 90% silver, and whereas I got a nice Walking Liberty here. There's another one. I think this is one of my favorite coin designs, is the Walking Liberty. I keep saying I wish the American Silver Eagle would just use this further back, because they're already using the Walking Liberty for their obverse. It makes, I wish, maybe it doesn't make sense to people, but I wish that they would have went with this reverse for that one. But those, again, 90%. I do have some Franklin half dollars, just not on display here. So yeah, whether it's an American half dollar or Canadian half dollar, they're usually around the same premium that you'll be seeing with these Canadian silver dollars there. So, you know, they're around the same ballpark in what you're going to be paying, in a premium. But then the lower you go, you do see that consistency of the premium get a bit higher. Comparatively to the bullion, it's not as bad. But with this, the quarter, this is a Washington quarter here. I do like just that simple look. It's living up in Canada. I would constantly get these in my chain. Not the ones that are the 90% silver, the ones where it's that two-tone edge where it's got the copper. I said I live in Toronto, and you know, when I was a kid playing hockey and lacrosse and stuff like that, we'd go down to the States and you'd get some change. I'd always be getting American quarters, and I would always be getting those the dimes as well. I used to get the dimes in the Canadian change. But yeah, you know, the quarter has a higher premium than the half dollar, and of course when you're going down even further, the dimes, sorry about that, the dimes have are a little bit more expensive than those quarters. So I pick the dimes up whenever I see a good opportunity to. This is a Roosevelt dime. As you can see, there's some Mercury dimes there. There's one Barber dime. And this, I will get into this one in a second because that's what I want to get into. For me, I actively stack 80% and above. So that's the Canadian silver dollars, half dollars, what have you. Any of the Canadian junk silver. Canadian junk silver has quarters as well. Those are, majority of those are 80%. Same with the dimes. But there are lower percentages that you can get. I'm going to grab this one here. This is a Cinco peso? Yeah, Cinco peso, and it says right on the coin it's 72% silver. So this is a very nice looking coin. I got this, I ordered this one actually. I bought this one off of eBay, and this one here I received as a gift. So this is also a Libertad, no, sorry, not a Libertad. Sorry, this is also a peso. This is an un peso, but this one is only 10% composition. And like I said with the Kennedys, how 64 was the only one that was a 90%er. Well, this one is from 1968, and this one is from 1967. And this is a whole new coin altogether. This one here, this Ike dollar. I really like this one. I like the reverse too, where it's the eagle on the moon, and you can see Earth back there. And this design was actually the sculptor of the coin used a design that was it was John Collins, one of the astronauts, I believe, made this design for the patch that they're wearing on the suits, the space suits the astronauts were wearing. So the sculptor took that design and made it into this coin. So I do like the coin, but these are all 40%. And don't get me wrong, if I find a good deal on coins like these, then yes, I'll pick them up. But it's not something that I'm actively searching for, actively looking at, or setting a budget aside for my 40% silver that I want to buy. I don't go that low. And even lower still, we got the 35% war nickels here. You got Monticello on the back there, and that P mint mark up there. And let me just get this little, not little guy, because it's actually a fairly decent sized coin, but that un peso there is only 10% silver. So yeah, this silver is definitely something that, you know, don't pass it up if you can get a really good deal on it. But don't just be searching for 40% junk silver, you know what I mean? You can find plenty of the 90% stuff and the 80% stuff, and those are a bit more realistic to stack because, you know, you're looking at the premiums on these are going to be, you know, around the same, if not a little bit lower than some of the 90%. Some cases it could be a little bit higher, but yeah, as far as the stacking these go, it just takes up a lot of space, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to get two of these 40%ers to almost make the 90% of one, and especially, and then you go down to the 10% one. You know, if you were to be stacking tubes of these, that takes up a big footprint, you know, in your safe, in your monster box. So if you want to be a little bit more efficient with the junk silver, I wouldn't be going for the smaller percentage silver. I would stick to 80 and above. Because yeah, buying junk silver is pretty straightforward. Some people do it by weight. I would like to buy by weight and then sell at face value. The other way around might not be the best way if you're picking it up at face value, because you'd be paying a little bit more than you would for it, just specifically weighing it out. And then if you were to go to sell it at the weight, then you will be receiving a little bit less instead of you know, the little bit more from the face value that some people charge. So you're gonna have to want to look for that. You want to make sure that you're not getting caught in that loop where you're buying at weight and selling for face. There's nothing wrong with buying at weight if you sell it at weight as well. You know, it's but for me, I know a lot of people, they go by the face value. They'll see something like 19, 20, 21x. That just says whatever the face value is, they're going to pay X amount, you know, over the face value, 20x, 21, whatever it is. And then, yeah, of course, you know, it's easy with the 1 ounce. You can just look at spot price and see what the premium is on, and you can ballpark it. You see, okay, spot's 27 and I'm paying 34. Pretty easy math. But there's a little bit more that goes into figuring out the junk silver. So you just have to consider that. And if you don't like doing math in your head, you don't want to figure it out, I'll leave a link down below to this junk silver calculator. It's just plug and play. It will list all of the circulated coins, and then you just type in the exact amount that you have, and it'll give you some pretty interesting info on it. And it's another thing you can also, with this calculator, if you find that you have just 20 of the worst condition walkers you can ever imagine, then you can kind of ballpark, and you can take off a percentage for wear as well with this calculator. You can kind of calculate that in too. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys do. I do know that there are a lot of junk fanatics out there, a lot of people that love their constitutional silver. And I'd like to hear from you on what exactly you like to stack, whether it's the walkers or any other size of the $50, or if it's the quarters or the dimes. And also let me know from around the world what circulated coinage you have. I did not do a very good job on this video showcasing coins from around the world. I do have this one from the Philippines, I believe it is. Yeah, this one is 50 centavos Filipinas, but as you can see, it is made by the United States of America. I believe this is 1919, so I think the Philippines was still under the U.S. I don't know, rule, if that's a good term, under their, I guess they owned it. I guess they didn't have their independence yet in 1919. So I guess maybe a territory is the word I'm looking for. So this is a foreign one. It does say Philippines on it, but it was minted in the States. But there are plenty of other countries that have circulated coins that you can go after. Like I said, Australia has them. I know I've seen Austrian Stacker does a great job showing off coins from all over Europe, but especially Austria. So you do have different options if you. So yeah, if you want more variety, even more than the variety you get from just stacking American or Canadian, if you want to get some coins from around the world, then you can do that. And there are other channels. I know Austrian Stacker, off the top of my head, does a great job with that stuff. I'm sorry if I'm not mentioning other people that have a big collection or stack of foreign coins. But yeah, anyways, I'm rambling now. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.